You see, the thing is, I'm not very easily triggered.
Assert your dominance with the T-pose!
What's up, Fudgers? It's your boy.
Hello? Can you hear me? Hello? Can you hear me?
You got it now. Stop quickly.
So at my camp, we take a yearly trip to Hershey Park, but this year my trip to Hershey Park was a little, let's just say it was like a roller coaster. An emotional roller coaster. The first part of the day was bad, the second part was awesome, and the third was also bad. I start off my day with my trademark, being unfashionably late. Literally, we had to wear a certain shirt to the trip, and I forgot it. The reason I was late was because I forgot to tell my dad that we had to wake up early for the trip. So I show up to camp about 20 minutes late. The coach bus was loaded, and they were about to leave camp before I arrived. Wait! When I get to camp, my counselor yells at me, and I'm immediately bombarded with this. When we get to the park, it starts completely downpouring. Well, shit. At the same time, me and my friends were hungry, so we decided to get lunch, but this meant we had to walk like 3 miles in complete downpour. We eventually followed our map and got to the lunch place. So the middle of the day was the best part. It started with the sun coming out from behind the clouds. So me and Greg go to the water park and on a bunch of water rides, including one that will be important later in the story. So at around 2, the entire group had to meet up. After the meetup, we get Jack, Benny, and Noah to come with us to the water park. We have a lot of fun. We go on the water slides and into the wave pool and a bunch of other stuff like that. So after a while, me and Greg decide to go on the ride again. By the way, this ride was called Tidal Force. But Jack, Benny, and Noah didn't want to go. Noah said, I'll go if Jack goes. Jack said, I'll go if Benny goes. And Benny just didn't really feel like going. Eventually, we get Jack and Noah to go. So we just do that for like an hour longer until we have to go. We knew we had to be back at the meeting place by 6. So at 6:40, we go to Chick-fil-A to get dinner. But by the time we were done eating, it was 6:05. Well, shit. Yeah, they ditched us. This is where it starts to enter the bad part of the day. Well, the second bad part. From the meeting place, we had to go to Chocolate World, which is a part of Hershey Park where you have to exit the actual park to get into. So when we walk out of the park, we see our counselor with the most, I'm not mad, just disappointed, look on her face that I have ever seen. So during the time that she was yelling at us, I started to notice that she was directing her anger towards me. And only me. This wasn't my fault. It was all of ours. We were together. I knew this counselor would be mad at me because of what happened in the morning, but she should have been mad at the whole group, and not just me. So after yelling at us for about 2 minutes straight, we have a long, silent walk to Chocolate World. When we get there, me, Jack, and Greg decide that we'll go on the Hershey factory tour. 'Cause you know, why the heck not? So when we're walking to the tour, Jack spills half of his freaking milkshake on himself. It was at this point I was thinking, man, this day would make a great video. So when we get on the tour, Jack was literally glued to the seat because of how sticky the milkshake was. And we kind of just sat there, watching the tour. When we got off the tour, Jack yelled at Benny for not letting the counselors know that we were still in Chick-fil-A. And that was pretty much it. When we were walking out of Chocolate World, Jack and Greg were a little far away, so I jogged a little bit to catch up to them. And my counselor must have thought that I was going out a different door, so she screams, Matthew, you are going out this door! After that, me, Jack, and Benny walked back to the bus. I felt especially embarrassed because I got yelled at 3 times in one day, 2 of which I didn't deserve. What a trip. Thank you guys for watching. I guess not all the end of the day was bad because the bus ride home was super fun. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe. I'm an embarrassed beggar, and I'll see you all in the next video. Bye!